Hello, everyone. I'm Michael Lynn White, and welcome to Talkin Parks podcast, where we talk all things Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation with all the cool things, places, and people that we have going on right here in the city of Murfreesboro. Our guest today is Mark Owens of St. Clair Street Senior Center, and we are so happy to have him here today and talk about all things St. Clair. Mark, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
So we're going to just jump right into this. St. Clair Senior Center is obviously a very popular place in Murfreesboro and for our seniors. But for people that don't know about it, let's start off by letting people know exactly what it is. It's not a nursing home. It's not anything like that. It's a place where y'all are having fun.
Correct. St. Clair is a vibrant senior recreational facility. Part of the myth is that seniors just sit around, play bingo, and just tell stories in rocking chairs, and that's far from the truth. We do have bingo.
Yes.
That's one of our most popular programs, but we do so much more. We have over 17 exercise classes, from chair yoga to Tai Chi to karate to Get Fit, Stay Fit. We also have evidence-based classes to help seniors improve on their posture, on their standing ability, and their balance. So the physical aspect is all there. Another point I wanted to make was St. Clair from the outside does look like a nursing home. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've driven by there 1,000 times before I started working there, and I was like, oh, that's a nice nursing home. It's not a nursing home. Once you go in, I promise you, you'll want to stay in and partake in some of our activities.
I love going to St. Clair when I go and shoot stories there, so it is fun. It's definitely hopping.
Yes. Yes, we average probably on a daily basis over 350 participants a day. And our total number of participants for this year alone is up to 2,800.
That's awesome. Yes. And I know that they are very involved. It seems like anytime y'all have an event or something like that, the seniors, it's very well attended.
Yes. We just had our holiday luncheon this past week, and we had well over 200 participants.
That's amazing. And I know that you have a lot of staff there, and everyone that I have talked to that are members of St. Clair, they always speak super highly of the staff there.
Yes, the staff is wonderful. I've said this 100,000 times that this is my last job that I will ever have because of my staff. Yeah. They are very competent and capable people. They take great care of their areas of programming and its seniors.
So let's talk about speaking of the seniors, the people that go to St. Clair. One that comes into my mind is I think you have told me about a couple that comes every summer with their RV or something like that just to be a part of St. Clair. They don't even necessarily live here. They just want to be a part of all the fun things happening.
Yes, they come every year, every summer. They sign up to be with us just so they can travel with us. It's a chance for them to let us cater to their needs. They go on long trips, short trips. I think they come from Florida. We have couples that live in Kentucky, Georgia, Florida, and now North Carolina just joined a couple months ago. So our travel program in particular, is very, very popular.
How did they hear about St. Clair?
Word of mouth. A lot of their relatives live here in Murfreesboro, and they're like, hey, you're 60. Why are we looking into this for you? And if we just get them in the door, they are amazed about everything that we do. And that kind of helps, defeat that myth of, yes, I'm 60, but I'm a young 60, so I don't want to be around old people. That's part of the myth. Once they get there and realize people cannot wait to turn 60 just to become members. I've had some almost seniors, 58, 57, it's like, oh, can you just make an exception for me? But because of our grant requirements and the federal law, it has to be 60 for us. But people are chopping at the bits to get in once they hear about us.
Yes. Well, that is another thing. So you have to be 60 years old. If someone hears this and sees what y'all are doing over there, what do you have to do to be a member?
Just sign up.
Does it cost anything?
We are free of charge. We're one of maybe 3 senior centers in the whole state of Tennessee that doesn't have a registration fee. St. Clair is here for the seniors. They've put so much back into the community over the years, whether paying taxes or working civil jobs. So this is our way of thanking you and getting them to come in.
How are we able to do all of the things that you do at St. Clair being free of charge? I know some things cost, like the trips and things like that, but how are you able to do all that?
through the beneficiary of Parks and Recreation, they understand that we're not a facility that's going to make a lot of money. Probably 80% of our budget is subsidized because we're not going to make that back. So we do make quite a bit on travel and some programming, but that's not really for profit. That's just to cover costs of gas costs, paying the bus drivers or our instructors. Like our art teachers, we don't make any money off art classes. That money goes to pay for supplies and the instructor themselves.
Okay. Well, that's another thing we're going to get into is the travel. I know I've seen some of the places that you go, and there's some really awesome trips. So talk to me about the travel that y'all do.
Okay. There's 3 tiers of travel that we do. We do Tennessee, we do domestic, which is, continental United States, and we do international. The Tennessee trips, a lot of that is our lunch trips, lunch outings to historic places like Franklin and Nashville, just different restaurants around the state. Also, some of our day trips is T-Pack. We go to a lot of plays, concerts. We go to Chattanooga to the river, not the river walk. That's in Nashville. It's a boat trip in Chattanooga that's very popular. We go there, go to some Sounds games, Predator games. These trips are just anywhere from 4 hours to maybe 7 hours, but all in Tennessee. Now our domestic trips, we go all over the United States. I know we have 3 trips that are coming in the spring. The Miami, Florida trip is sold out. Virginia trip is sold out, and the Niagara Falls trip is sold out. And we have many more. We've gone everywhere in the United States.
Do your trips normally sell out like that?
They don't normally sell out, but what we will do, we will partner with other agencies or senior centers to fill that trip up. Because on the domestic trips, we work with outside agencies like Premier or White Star, and we're kind of like the liaisons between our participants and them. It's their trip, but we're helping the seniors plan it. So a lot of times we may get 35. That's always our goal, is to have 35 people. So that'll assure that the trip will go. I would say 85% of our domestic trips do actually make. Seniors, they plan for theirs because a lot of these trips are like a year in advance. So it gives them a chance to make payments and spread that cost over the year versus, okay, here's $3,000 I got to pay up front. Now, international trips are many. We've gone to Ireland, Iceland, London, Paris, Germany. I know there's a wonderful German couple who go every 2 years. We just go to Germany every 2 years, and they save up to go home for them. So it's a wonderful, wonderful, experience to go on one of our trips to let us cater, drive, and get you there safely and back.
So what's one of the most popular trips that you can think of right now, or one of your favorite destinations, or the seniors?
I would say it's probably the day trips, the luncheons.
It's easy for them to do.
Yes, it's easy for them to do, and they love to, experience, new food, new restaurants that otherwise they probably can't drive to Franklin, at the time. But I also know they love doing the festivals, the day festivals. It's one in particular that is eluding my mind right now that we've had to take 2 or 3 trips back to back with that because it sells out so fast. So we'll work with the company to say, hey, next weekend, can we, send somebody? So
that takes a lot of preparation to get all that together.
Lisa and Thea do a wonderful job. They are a travel agency that works for the city of Murfreesboro, and particularly St. Clair.
Mm-hmm. Well, you'd have to have somebody that's a lot of planning. I didn't know if we turned our Murfreesboro staff into travel agents, but I'm sure you've learned a lot though through doing it.
I have. She is very diligent.
Yes. Well, let's talk about some of the classes and things like that you offer. I know you mentioned before the exercise classes, but let's talk about all the different things that y'all do.
Okay. Let's start with the educational part. That would be Laura Grissom and Lois Mayer. They do all the, exercise classes. They get the instructors, the Eli's, the karate instructors, Tai Chi, chair yoga. Like I said, standing in balance. Christian, who does personal training. She's on our staff as well. She teaches classes. And all these classes are free. Karate and chair yoga, those are instructors, so we have to pay them $70-30.
It's a minimal fee for the guests.
$10. $10 a month.
Members, I should say.
Yes. Yeah, participants.
Participants.
Yeah, if you go to any gym and do chair yoga, you're probably looking at $120 a month, and you get it for us for $10 a month.
Wow.
So we understand the seniors are on a fixed income, and like I said, we're not looking to make a profit out of this. This is just to cover the cost of the instructor. We also do the lunch and learns where we bring in doctors, we bring in medical personnel to talk about different things from Alzheimer's to heart disease, diabetes. We bring in Tennessee Hope. They come in and talk about nutritional, help seniors change their diet, so tweak it just a little bit. Because I would tell you, the seniors are stubborn. They are stuck in their ways.
I think they would agree with you.
Oh, they will 100% agree with it. And they tell them that as well. But we will always keep trying to improve their lives. Because I tell them all the time, I want to keep you here as long as possible. I want you to be here. Then, of course, we have our arts and craft classes. Kathy Harrod does a great job with that. Most of those classes, there is a minimal cost, but like I said, it just goes to pay for the supply and the instructor itself. But stained glass, oil paintings, we're just now starting woodworking in January. So we're going to be, carving out woods and making different designs and everything. We do not only glass staining, but it's a process. Like we take old wine bottles and we melt it down into different shapes and stuff. Well, I say we, I mean them. But yeah, we're always looking to add and improve things.
Do y'all have ping pong tournaments?
We do. We do not have ping pong tournaments. The seniors, they don't really show interest in that or horseshoes anymore.
Okay.
But we do have pool tournaments.
Yes, pool.
Yes, we have that once a month. The guys get excited about that. They're very competitive, but good natured. Little good natured ribbon between the guys and stuff. So we do that once a month.
I have seen that. That's something that people might not know because it's kind of tucked down in the back of the center, but I've seen them down there playing pool, and they've got a nice little setup down there.
Yes, those pool tables are less than 2 years old, diamonds, top brand. I'm not going to say how much it costs. It was a pretty penny.
So they better take care of those tables, and I'm sure they do.
They do. They take pride. I've walked down there, and there might be somebody drinking coffee near the table, and they'll shoo them off and say, no, drinking is in the other area. You can't drink near the table. So they do take good care of the pool tables.
You do not want to be that one that spills coffee on the pool table.
You do not. You do not.
That's awesome. Well, if someone is seeing this or hears about St. Clair, not sure that they want to be a member, even if it's free, can they come check out things there?
Yes, we'll give anybody who comes up, we give them a tour. And just because you sign up doesn't mean you have to come on a daily basis. Like a lot of our travelers, that's all they do is travel. They sign up just to travel. We have a dedicated group that play bridge. That's all they do. They don't do any other events, but they sign up to become members so they can play bridge there. So one of the things that we did a few years ago was open up the rooms to where if you want to do puzzles, you go do puzzles. If you want to just come up there and drink coffee and talk all day, we welcome you to come. But under no circumstances do we force people and say, oh, you have to come to this. That's not who we are.
Right. The doors are just open when you want to. And I know some of them do come every day to visit and hang out for a little bit.
Yes.
And I think that's a cool thing. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of jealous of that. There's a place for them to go. They all seem to love it. Yes. There's things going on if you want to participate or not.
Mm-hmm. Well, we have some that'll come in the morning. Mostly the men, they'll go home and eat lunch with their spouses or have their honey-do list that they got to get to. But then they'll come back again that afternoon. And so this, and I've been told that they enjoy the freedom that they're allowed to have by coming when they want to come.
Yeah, that's really neat. And it's in a great location, easy to access, like kind of in the middle of town, not far from the downtown square.
Correct. And, thanks to Parks and Rec, when they first took over, and I know Angela Jackson worked on this, where they expanded our parking. That was always an issue. And she was able to add, I think, 47 new parking spots. So I don't think we've had an issue with parking since we've had the expansion. So
that's really good because I've been there for the events and it gets quite full.
Yes, it does.
So we can always use more parking. So let's talk about some of the upcoming events that is going on, like at the beginning of the year, kind of what's going on.
Okay, we're going to end this year off with our New Year's Eve dance, and that'll be like at noon. We celebrate it because we close at 5 o'clock that day, so it'll go from I think 11 o'clock to about 1:30, and we're celebrating the new year. We New Year themed, the hats, the confetti, the balloons and everything. And the seniors, they love that. That's on the end of the year. So next year, the police academy will be starting back up. We have a program with the police department, the Senior Police Academy, where they come over and teach them different techniques and talk about different things. And a couple of times they have to go to the police station and they get to observe the 911 call center. I actually went with them on that trip, and I think they get to do some simulations and stuff. So they really enjoyed that program. And we also have the Valentine's Day dance in February, then St. Patrick's Day dance after that. We have 2 plays next year. We're going to have one in March and one in April. That's new. Usually we just have it for one weekend in the month, but we're going to actually do 2 next year. So we're looking forward to that.
The plays sound cool. That's the
Yes.
seniors acting up,
Yes.
as they call it, which I love that name.
Mm-hmm.
So I've never been to one of those, so I'm going to have to come check it out.
I
And
will send you an invite.
Please do, because they're starring in their plays and
Yes, they direct it, they
Doing it
produce
all.
it, they do everything. The props and everything comes from the seniors. Then after that, we got the Mother's Day tea that's growing every year. This gives the ladies a chance, to be celebrated as mothers. On Mother's Day, they get to bring the granddaughter. I think this year we're going to actually expand it to granddaughter and grandson to make it even bigger. But they get to wear the Sunday best with the hats, and I wish I would took personal pictures because these ladies went all out with these hats.
oh, I'm sure they did.
They did. So they're looking forward already to it. So.
I love that y'all have these different lunches, just like the New Year's. I thought that was cute, and I didn't think about it, but some of them who want to celebrate the New Year, they're not going to stay up until midnight. I don't even want to stay up until midnight. So this gives them a chance to celebrate in
Right.
style at a decent time of day.
And they get to dress up as if they were going out on a night, out on the town. So
They had the lights dim,
Yes.
things everywhere. I thought it was really cool.
yes, it's a very fun event. And that's actually the 31st is actually my birthday, and I don't even stay up to midnight. So
So you can celebrate at New Year's
yes, I
with
will.
all of your friends. As we can tell, there is lots going on at St. Clair. And if you have any information, or if anyone wants any information about this, what's the easiest way for them to check it out? They can always call.
They could call, come by is the best way. Or you get on the website or St. Clair Facebook or the Parks and Rec website. But coming in person is what turns people's eyes. St. Clair building, it's one of those buildings you look at it from the outside and it's like, oh, it's a nice side. But once you get in, you see how big and spacious it is. And then you can see the activities going on, and that's what really turns people's attention. We could talk about it all the time, but to come in and see it is something totally different.
So for anyone listening to know that St. Clair is not a nursing home, it's a place for 60 and up to come in and have fun and hang out and broaden their horizons, I guess you could say.
Yes, 325 St. Clair Street, Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Yes, I love it. Okay, so one of the reasons we love to do this is we also want to know a little bit about our staff. And so we're going to ask you a few questions to get to know Mark a little bit better. This is what we like to call our Fast Five.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so question number 1. What is your personal favorite event at St. Clair?
That could get me in trouble. Our Health Expo is a lot of work, a lot of preparation. I would say that's one of 2 of my favorite because it's very fulfilling. The Health Expo is in October, and we're probably about 400 people is always my goal to bring in. We have all kind of doctors and therapists, and these are people that the seniors who may never normally go to, like an eye doctor. They get their eyes examined or their teeth examined during this Health Expo. So I get a joy in that, knowing that this is probably the only time they're going to go see a doctor. and this may, motivate them to go see a doctor. And the other one probably, oh, Lynn, you're going to get me in trouble with my staff to hear this. I'm picking three.
I love it.
Just our travel in general. We're the best in the state. That's not a knock on any other senior center, but we are number one.
I love it. Let's brag on ourselves. Right. That's what we're here to do.
So, with travel is definitely one. That's one that we can always point at, and just our fun classes. From bingo to the games that we create ourselves or reinvent. But in that area, I'll probably have to say our dances.
Yeah.
Our dance. We have live bands. Different bands come in, and just watching the seniors get up there and dance, and hey, I need to see some light between you guys, but so those are probably my three favorite.
Those are some three awesome things that y'all have going on. Yes. And from the dances that I've been to, they've always got the music going, and so it's really fun.
Yes,
y'all do a great job promoting those. Okay, what are some of your hobbies? What does Mark like to do outside of St. Clair?
Sleep.
That's a good one.
That is definitely one.
It's one of mine as well.
But racquetball. I'm an avid racquetball player. So anybody out there want to challenge me, I give private lessons. When I mean private lessons, I'm going to beat you. But just racquetball, lifting weights, just staying healthy and active.
And you like to use our facilities to do that. I know you said you play at Patterson some as well.
I do. I play at Patterson Park Community Center in another venue. But it's fun. Usually Parks and Rec have a racquetball league that I used to participate in. So looking forward to that.
Okay, so Mr. Racquetball. Okay, what's your favorite movie?
Tombstone.
I had to ask that in there. I knew that was the answer to that. That's a good movie. All right, what is your favorite food?
My go-to food is lasagna.
Oh.
I would go to lasagna.
I like it. Okay, and what is your favorite place that you have traveled to?
At the time, it wasn't because it was cold and miserable, but Mystic, Connecticut.
Oh, wow.
I've been to the place where they actually shot that movie,
yes.
Mystic Pizza.
One of my favorite movies.
So I've actually went up there, and in hindsight, when I got back, I was like, okay, that was pretty cool. I've been to California, I've been to Texas and Florida and other New York, but I don't know why that just always stood out in my mind.
That's really awesome. That's a place where I want to go. Did you try some pizza there at Mystic Pizza?
I did.
Pizza is one of my favorite foods. So if y'all go to Connecticut on your senior trips, I'm going there.
Okay.
Well, Mark, thank you so much for being here. This was awesome, getting to learn a little bit more about all the fun things you do at St. Clair and about you personally. So we thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
And let everyone know that Mark is usually there every day. So if you want more information about it, you're the guy, or any other helpful staff at St. Clair will be able to help you as well.
I tell you what, if you come in and say, hey, I heard you on the podcast, I will give you your own personal tour.
I like that. See, a special for our listeners.
Yes.
Okay, well, that is going to do it for us today. Thank you so much, Mark. And thank you for watching. I'm Michael Lynn White, and thank you for watching or listening. Make sure to download us wherever you get your podcast and check us out on social media. We'll see you next time on Talkin' Parks.